So yeah, this is Fallout 3 any percent. First things first, we usually just load a pre-made save from right when we gain control of the character, but just add another minute and start from the very beginning. But pretty much what you'll notice is
You just stay here while Daddy
my
runs
screen will
things off
flash
with you on
black a
the
lot,
account.
and that's because I'm quick saving and quick loading rapid succession. Quick saving, quick loading is used in this game to both skip lines of dialogue as well as flip through walls, because you can like slowly push your hitbox through walls with quick save, quick load, and then just phase through the wall and whatnot. And because of how quickly we need to quick save, quick load, we bind it to our mouse buttons. But I'm right here. I'm just pushing Liam Neeson over to a dialogue trigger spot with a toy truck, and then quick save, quick loading 4 times just to skip all of his dialogue. Because as much as Bethesda paid, you know, we don't really want to listen to Liam Neeson. Then right here, you know, how sometimes when you're 10 years old, you're so awkward, you just phase through a wall to get out of your birthday party. That's what we do right there. You know, just normal stuff for birthday parties for 10 years old. So we run straight downstairs and talk to Jonas.
What are you
Then we're going
doing
to talk to
down
Liam Neeson again, and he's going to give us a BB gun. And right away we're going to turn
ready for
around
use?
and open a door and then shoot Jonas. And the reason why we shoot Jonas is it actually skips the dialogue between Jonas and Liam Neeson. Then we just got to shoot all the targets. It's the gun. The BB gun's really inaccurate. You have to like crouch and not move in order for there to be like little to no spread. But yeah,
Good work.
we're just gonna push
Hey,
Liam
Jonas,
Neeson then into a
picture
dialogue
of you
trigger
with a
spot
big
again,
game
so he
on.
gets there a little bit faster. Then quick save, quick load to skip Jonas's dialogue once. And that fast forwards to when we're 16. And normally right now when we're 16, we have to go and talk to Mr. Brock, and we take the whole goat thing. And then it's another, I think, flash forward 2 or 3 years. And then you're considered an adult. And that's when Liam Neeson leaves the vault and you go chase him or whatever.
Go on now.
So
You've got-
technically we're doing this all as a 16-year-old. And right away we clip out of bounds. And we automatically clip into the area of the vault where like it's 3 years later, but we're still playing as a 16-year-old. And that has a small implication that I'll explain later on with an audio line. But right now I'm just trying to get out of the vault as quickly as possible by quick saving, quick loading, and clipping through walls and falling out of bounds. And COCing is the official term for like spawning in. So yeah, we just left the vault as a 16-year-old 3 years before we're supposed to do it. And right now I'm about to do a glitch called speed cripple. So right now I made a quick save at the top of the hill. I'm jumping off and quick loading on at the same time as when I cripple my legs. And you'll notice right now I'm moving faster. So the way that works is actually like when you get crippled in this game, 2 things happens. One is the game adds the animation of your person walking while you're crippled. And the second is that the game takes about 60 off of your base move speed. So you go down to like 40 move speed. Like assuming you start at 100 move speed. So whenever you get healed then by means of sleeping, fast travel, stim pack, or loading an old save, the game does 2 things. It removes the 40, or it like adds 60 move speed again, so you go from 40 back up to 100 move speed. And then it also gets rid of that cripple animation. And pretty much what we do is we cripple ourselves on the same, like pretty much on the same frame as when we quick load. And what that does then is the game heals us and adds the 60 move speed on top of the 100 from the quick load. So now we're moving at around 160 move speed. And pretty much right now we're making a beeline towards the southeast corner of the map, where we're going to pretty much clip out of bounds and not out of bounds, but into buildings where we're not supposed to be. So pretty much in a developer, like unintended area for the player. And we're pretty much going to run straight to the Citadel and discover it, because we need to go to the Citadel later. The Citadel is close to the Jefferson Memorial, which is where we end the game at. So it's because we're already kind of in the area because of how we do our cliff cripple. It's good to just go and do this right away. to go discover Citadel. We can come back later for it. So you might have heard the character actually say, I guess it was nothing. Because we're a 16-year-old, we're technically considered a kid in the game. So that means we share voice files with like all the other kids in the game. Like right there, it just said, I guess it was nothing. Anytime we get shot at or attacked, we're considered entering combat. And the voice line for children leaving combat is, I guess it was nothing. So you'll hear that a couple times. It's kind of weird. It's like, like for sure it breaks your immersion if you've never heard it before. Not that speedruns are always too immersive, but so we went and discovered the Citadel, and normally the whole plot of Fallout 3 is like you got to find your dad. So like you go to Megaton, you go to Rivet City, you find out where your dad went, you go get him, and you pretty much learn his goal is to purify like all the water in the area, so everyone can drink clean water. And, the place that you do that is actually at the Jefferson Memorial in the far southeast corner of the map by the Citadel, which is why we discovered the Citadel location.
I guess it was nothing.
So, in order to set up this purification thing, we need to get what's called the GEC. And the GEC is in Vault 87, which is where Fox is. Fox is like the greatest companion in all of Fallout. He's so busted. But we have to go and get that GEC, and then we get captured by the Enclave, and they take the GEC. And then we escape from Raven Rock, where they hold us prisoner, like as a captive or whatever. And we take the GEC back, and then we go put it in the Jefferson Memorial. Well, pretty much we're running straight to the GEC right now. We're gonna get that immediately. Pretty much the goal is get speed cripple, so we go faster. Speed cripple saves about like 5 minutes. Get speed cripple, go get the GEC, go put it in. Like escape Raven Rock and go put it in. So we're running straight to Little Lamplight, which is like, it's not like super far north, but it's pretty west on the map. So we got to go discover and enter Little Lamplight. And then once we're inside there, we're going to clip out of bounds and everything like that. And pretty much, normally you have to do a bunch of stuff for the children of Little Lamplight. It's like the child city. Only kids live there. And they kick out all the mungos, which are their word for adult and whatnot. But only kids live there, and they kick out all the old people. And pretty much, they like normally you have to do this stuff to like gain their loyalty or whatever, like just random stuff around the camp. Then what you do is you can either go through Murder Pass or like a secret back way. Murder Pass is infested with super mutants, and that's actually what we take because it's faster. But this is usually like you're kind of barred from entering Vault 87 for a while, but we do this glitch that we call void swimming to get to the door to Murder Pass really quickly. You'll see that in a second. So speed cripple is actually, I should explain that like if your game crashes, pretty much if you go to the main menu or the desktop, the game like closes out, or your leg gets crippled, you lose the speed cripple. And that guy right there can throw a grenade at you, but if you just run right at him, he always holsters the grenade, so it'll never hit you. Right here, so I'm making a quick save out in the void real quick, because you can swim out into the void for a little bit, but if you go out too far, you're gonna fall under, like down, and like pretty much COC void back up to the entrance, or like a random area. And if you make a quick save in the void and then swim underwater and quick load, then you can swim infinitely into the void. So this is what we're doing right now. We go and we're going to enter Murder Pass. And now we have to go and grab the GEC. So to grab the GEC, we have to enter Vault 87. And this is the most fun part of the run, but definitely the hardest. Really hard to learn this part, or like get good at this part when you're first learning the run, but it's really fun once you get the hang of it, because there's so many quick flips. But yeah, you just gotta run right to Vault 87, and right away, once you get inside, then we do what's like the hard strat. It's called Rock Boss, and it's a clip out and jump up on these rocks. Like you'll see it in a second. right here. Clip on top of these stairs, jump onto these rocks, and then just jump all the way up here and skip this entire area in the vault. And then again, we're gonna do what's called the YOLO jump. It's pretty easy once you get the hang of it. But you just get on top of here, and then you jump, and then you like quick save, quick load to clip into this area while you're floating in air. And if you miss it, then you fall, and you have to like you lose like 5 seconds. So it's a run ruiner once your time gets a bit optimized. Right here, you just walk backwards and quick save, quick load, and you clip out while you load in. And in order to actually like get captured by the Enclave and progress the main story, you have to free Fox by activating the fire alarm. Well, that's the fast way to do it. So we have to go activate the fire alarm first, and now we have to go grab the Gek. And in this game, and also like New Vegas, in some just a small extent in Fallout 4, we have what's called the third-person interaction glitch. So there's like actually a really big, pretty much if you right now I'm able to grab the Gek while just being in third person without actually opening the thing. And the way that it works is like the camera for interacting in third person is like behind you, kind of behind and above, so you can like twist it inside of that pillar and be able to interact with the Gek and grab it. And then we just run over here, and we trigger the flashbang to go off. So right now, there's actually like a 1 in a million glitch to get this scene to go twice as fast because everyone says their dialogue at once. So it goes incredibly fast, and only a handful of us have ever gotten it. I got it once. A couple other people have gotten it like once, but it's extremely rare and we don't know what causes it. So like any run that gets it is pretty much automatically void. But it's like really crazy when you get it. But right here, they're talking in English. Most games for like Fallout New Vegas it's in Italian, Fallout 4 it's in French because they're faster. English is the fastest official PC language for this game. Japanese is actually the fastest official language for the game, but it was only released in Japanese on console. So because it wasn't an official release for PC, we only play in English on PC. So now we're in Raven Rock.
So
We got the Gek and now we're in Raven Rock, and we skip some dialogue here. And then John Henry Eden, the president, who's actually a giant, pretty much supercomputer, he's going to talk to us, and we're going to skip his dialogue a bit more. And he's going to free us from our restraints. Then we're just going to run away immediately and clip through this wall right into there. And pretty much now we're just making a beeline for John Henry Eden. And we're going to get the Gek from him. Excuse me. I kind of have a cold right now. So we're just pretty much sprinting through Raven Rock. We'll be doing a couple clips, not too many. But I like this part because it's a lot of tight quarters. It's very similar to the vault, and it's pretty cool. Right here's the presidential door clip, which is like a pretty hard clip. But if you don't get it, then it's fine because the door opens on its own after a certain amount of time. But that was pretty good. That was a pretty good clip. You get the hang of it after a bit. And then right here is just strafing up this giant spiraling staircase. And we just talk to President Eden as quickly as we can, mash through his dialogue. And then our first opportunity to quit out of the dialogue, we do. And we grab the Gek, the Zax panel, and clip out of bounds right here. And we have to walk this way first before heading towards the exit, because if we don't go that way, there's like invisible walls and stuff like that that we can't get through. So now we just have to exit Raven Rock and then go to the Citadel and then Jefferson Memorial, and pretty much put in the Gek or whatever, the Zax, and then the game is over. So we fast travel to the Citadel because, like I said before, it's right next to Jefferson Memorial. We just run straight there. So when you have speed cripple, you're like really fast on land, but you're really slow in the water. So we have to swim across this river really quickly. So like in order to minimize our time in the water, we jump off the dock. And then on top of it, there's like a little rock coming right up here where you can like kind of walk on it for half a second like that. So it saves like 0.1 seconds. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, now we just have to discover Jefferson Memorial, and we fast travel to it. And And then that's pretty much the end of. We have to go and like clip into the rotunda room, or not. You'll see. Clip into the I forget what it's called. The chamber where you put the stuff in. The Gekken. So we gotta just go over here, and we're gonna do what we call the intercom clip, where you just clip straight into the room. It can be a little finicky sometimes, but you go right through usually. Talk to Colonel Autumn. And we're gonna enter our secret password, the unbreakable password 216. And that's the end of the run. Our person will say that I guess it was nothing in a second. But that's it.